Welcome back to the program. Glad you're with us this morning. My name is Dr. Sock. Fresh air in the morning on Island 92 and Z 105.1 FM. Thank you for being with us this morning. Please join me in welcoming my very good friend, Melanie Reffes. Melanie, how are you this morning?
Thank you for your warm island welcome.
We are quite welcome. I'm going to get you nice and close to the microphone.
I'm all good and all the better for your asking. Is that the expression?
Yeah, sure. It works.
It works.
It works. When did you fly in?
Oh my goodness. I was supposed when I was supposed to, or when did I get here?
Yeah, the travel has been a little wonky these days with
Oh,
all the crazy weather.
Charlotte was. I mean, yeah. I won't give you the details because it'll haunt me again in my dreams. But I got here on Monday afternoon. I was
Uh-huh.
supposed to get here on the weekend, but courtesy of Mother Nature
Yeah,
in the Northeast U.S.
it was crazy.
And where I live in Montreal, it was just like
How deep was the snow?
in Montreal.
Yeah.
It wasn't so deep, but it was pretty darn cold.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was Charlotte, where they don't know how to clean a snowflake off the street.
Well, they don't have a lot of snow
No,
there.
but they did, and they
Yeah.
rerouted me to Miami, where it was so cold
It was cold there too.
that I had to eat dinner in a Cuban gas station because they had empanadas and all the other restaurants were closed. It was too cold.
Yeah, it just been a little crazy. This is Mother Nature, I think, trying to cool things back off.
Maybe so.
I'm okay with that. So, you of course a journalist, a travel writer. I know you do work with Japan Broadcasting still. Back we share stuff all the time. And home is where?
Montreal.
Ah,
So I was born in New York on an
whereabouts?
island in
Where?
Manhattan,
Ah,
Upper West.
mhm.
And then I moved to Montreal, another island. And as my father, who's super cool, said, and now you cover the island. So,
There you go.
yeah. So, okay, does that mean make me an island girl? I guess it does, he says.
One way or another, right?
Yeah.
One way or another. So where have you been? What have you been doing since you've been here?
Wow, good question. I have a lot of cherished friends here for more than 20 years
Mhm,
because I've been coming so often.
mhm,
So I'm seeing them as often as I can. I went to the French side. Don't get me started on the traffic. But
mhm,
once I got to Marigot, I took a wonderful wine and cheese tasting class at the Fromagerie
mhm,
in Marigot. Highly recommend it.
mhm.
Then I had a super funky, fun, cool lunch at Be Cool with a
Uh,
K,
yeah,
which was really good and very crowded. Good to see.
yeah.
And
The
then,
marina is finally, I think, starting to turn the corner.
yeah, yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, no, I just I'm there so often so I can assess the changes, and that's how I know the traffic's way worse this week than ever. Oh my
Well,
God.
so listen, I have this theory on the traffic. First of all, there's only so many, so much that you can fit in our 37 square miles. We have a lot of visitors here, and that tourism is our
It's your main driver.
it is the thing that spins the economic engine. So, I'd be really worried if we were sitting here in February and there was no traffic. There's traffic every year.
You're a glass half full guy. I
Oh,
love that.
always.
Good for you.
And so the traffic makes me happy because I know we're busy. Um, and when I look back last year versus this year, we had the same issues, right? We've had the same issues for quite some time. The thing you have to remember, right, is it takes one little thing. There could be an accident on the hill in Colbay Hill that will then cause things to back up all the way into Marigot or all the way past the airport.
I was in that
You know,
situation.
and it just takes one little thing to go
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
Yesterday there was a horrible yesterday,
No, 2 days ago.
2 days ago on
Yeah,
the
I
on
know
the
what you're
causeway,
gonna say.
and I was trying to get from my house in Simpson Bay, and I was going to scoot over the causeway, and go into Marigot because my dentist is in
There's
Bellevue.
no scooting anymore.
Well, yeah, my dentist is in Bellevue, Dr. Paul, and and I got there just as they closed the causeway.
Ugh.
So I quickly circled back around and went. I should have gone through France. I should have gone through the lowlands, but came back through Simpson Bay, got stuck in bridge traffic, and then came all the way back around. But I still made it to the dentist on time. And by the time I had to come home, it was pretty much cleared.
Your
It, wa-
your
I,
toothache or the traffic?
well, it was the cleaning, so the cleaning was easy.
Oh.
But the traffic was moving. It wasn't. It was slow, but moving.
Listen, it is what it is.
Right.
I'm happy to, winter weary just is not sustainable.
I like that.
And
Winter
so
weary. I like that.
I mean, I'm a winter weary poster girl, so I was happy to leave, that behind for a few days and not waddle like a penguin on icy sidewalks like the
Bravo.
Michelin Man in 50 coats.
Mm,
So, I sit in a car on the causeway. Okay, then,
yeah,
it
I
is
kind
what it is.
my uncle who is in his 80s was here on vacation with my auntie Fluff, from Connecticut, and they stayed with me for a couple weeks. They're now at their place through the month of February. You know what he said to me? The traffic. I'm so happy to be here. I just love being here. I don't love the traffic, but I don't let it bother me. I just
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, I'm with him. I'm going to dinner with him. We're on the same page.
I love it.
It's just you have to get your head around it. I mean, the sustainability of these cold climates with the ice and the snow and everything. It's not fun. It doesn't work for some people like it, but it doesn't work for me.
It's funny. So my family's in Connecticut. And I said to you off the air. The question I always get is, when are you going to come back and visit? Oh, and I'm like, May, when it's warmer.
Push it to June. The
Yeah,
climate's all messed up now.
yeah.
But no, I'm happy to be here. I had some wonderful dinners down the street from where we're sitting now at Portofino. It was terrific.
I have not been there yet.
It's very good. Yeah, it's very good. And I was with another. I did Italian twice this week, actually. Another one across the street from you, Balci or Bacci or.
Oh, yeah, Bocce. That's
Yeah, that one.
Pietro. That's
Yes,
he's
that
awesome.
was
Oh,
good.
he's awesome. I've known him. He knew my mom. I've known him probably 30
Wow.
years.
Well, the chicken parm rocks,
Yeah,
and then Portofino was.
his pizza rocks too.
I didn't do the pizza. I don't
his
want the.
his
white,
pizza's awesome.
I didn't want
Yeah.
the white flour.
Yeah.
I was trying. Okay, chicken. That sounds a little healthier.
Let's put lots of cheese on it. It's a lot
no,
healthier.
whatever. Yeah. I ditched a diet for a few days.
Yeah.
Anyways, Portofino was great.
Mm.
I've had some great dinners. I
That's
mean,
great.
and a lot of coffees. Like, I'm a cafe girl at home. Like, I always go to my corner cafe, read the newspaper, look at my phone. It's like my happy place.
That good coffee next door at Le Sucrier.
I know, and I should have gone this morning before you. I went somewhere else unnamed, but I will go at
Yeah,
some
the
point.
coffee's awesome next
I
door.
heard-
They're I have a thing for the chocolate eclairs.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I know.
Please.
Just apply directly.
You want me to check excess baggage at the airport
Yes.
just because of the food I ate?
So the other, I'll give you another place to try if you don't have time this trip, in Marigot, and this was just in the Wall Street Journal, as a matter of fact, up in New York, is Alizé.
I've been.
I love it
It's
there.
so lovely. Yeah, absolutely lovely.
And that live music there tonight. They have a great 3-course lunch menu with the price fix that they do every day. I love. They make every time I go. They have a different risotto that I just makes me
Yeah,
like
it's
crazy.
wonderful.
One of
But
my
you know
favorites.
what? My 2 cents worth in Canadian currency, for whatever that's worth. As I mentioned to you off air, if I buy something, if I go to a restaurant, it's $100 on the bill.
Right.
On my Canadian visa, it's going to be 138 or 139.
Right.
So as Canada's an important feeder market, Canadians are not few and fewer going to the U.S. in the winter. They're coming
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It would be very gracious and quite an incentive if the private sector or the public sector here, we give you get a glass of wine. We know you're paying with currency that's so much, valued so much less than U.S. what you have to pay us. A glass of wine, an appetizer, a free this, just something to kind of make it feel a little better. It's all in the optics because you get a bill in a restaurant for 100 and you didn't sign up to pay 139, as delicious as it might be. So for some Canadians it actually is a game changer. And as a journalist, I'm getting a lot of press releases and information from destinations in the Caribbean and the private sector. Free rounds of golf in Jamaica, gratis this and something in Curacao. Just so that sweetens the pot a bit to make the blow a little softer. It's just a marketing thing. It's above my pay grade, and there's my 2 cents Canadian currency worth. Do with it what you will.
Well, there you go. There you go. And so, how often do you visit a year?
Well, every 6, 7. It depends. Some of it's event driven, and then for a conference or something like that. And then this one is just for my own personal, selfish. Oh my God, enjoyment.
Get me out of the cold.
That.
This is what we call it. Get me out of the cold trip.
This is called, like, swap the winter blues for the big blue out the window,
My feet need to thaw.
Oh my God! And for the headspace and stuff. So maybe a couple times a year at least,
Hmm.
maybe more.
Hmm. Yeah, there's nothing like a good reason to get out of the snow and the cold.
Oh my God!
And this is really like the first like real winter that we've had in the northeastern part of the
Yeah,
U.S.
this
and
is bad.
in a number of years. But this is the way it always was, right?
You know what? I mean, the data backs this has been pretty bad. I
I
mean, there was that big storm a few weeks ago. Then there was a second big storm this past
Right,
weekend. I
but
mean,
none of it compares to 1970, the blizzard of '78,
okay,
though.
listen, I got no memory for the blizzard of
I
'78.
that I remember as a kid. This is funny. We had this really long, windy driveway where the house that my parents built in my grandparents' old farm was up on top of a hill with this long, windy driveway. And I remember all of the snow had blown off the hill across the driveway, and it took my father and I 4 days to shovel a path this wide out to the street. They had to come with like a payloader to move all the snow. That this was not that.
I got fonder childhood memories
I don't.
growing up in New Jersey than that.
No,
But nevertheless, I'm shoveling now as a grown up
no,
person.
don't do that.
So it
Don't have
is what it
people
is.
have people shovel. Don't shovel.
Yeah, I
It's
do
not.
actually have a kid.
Yeah, it's not good for us to shovel.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's not good for us to shovel. And so you fly back on when?
Tomorrow,
Hmm.
I'm going back through Miami, and hopefully no issues there. Stay tuned, everyone.
I like everybody. A lot of people don't like to fly through the Miami airport. I actually
I
like.
like it.
I like to fly through Miami.
I don't mind it. I mean, I have the global entry
Yeah.
nexus, so I don't wait with the schleppers and the long lines.
Right.
I'm sorry, schleppers, but
Uh,
like I have
the-
no patience. And you can connect right through to, and I have a 3 hour layover or something. So listen, I'll make do. It
yeah.
is what it is. And then I'll just look for the winter stuff that I shoved in the bottom of my knapsack and put it on by the gate to
That's
go to
it.
Montreal.
This. Listen, it's the only time that I wear long pants and socks and shoes. Is
I'm going to do
when
that to go to the airport. Do you get arrested here if you do that? I mean, I'm going to have socks
No.
with sneakers, but
No. You know what? The planes are so cold.
I know,
I mean,
right?
I got in my carry-on bag. I've got it just hands down always there. There's always a a blanket for the plane because I'm always cold, always. Even in the summer, like I have a fleece that I wear when I travel because it's just always cold on the planes.
Okay, well, you're living in the right place if you're
Yeah.
always cold.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going. I'm never going north again for the
Yeah.
cold. Never, ever, ever.
Well, I may not either. I'm rethinking my whole thing now for next winter.
Really?
Stay tuned. Anyone who has a, sublet, they want to sublet. Yeah, I have to work through the details, but life's too short.
When do you think you want to come down?
Well, I have to look at my TV schedule, my other schedule. But it might be December and January or January and February. And there's also, Canadian government, a number of days you can be out.
Right before you have problems.
So I have to consider. There's a few like wild cards in the deck.
You should come February and March because February is the worst month, if you ask me. And then weather-wise, right? And it's the best month to be on the island.
Okay.
Um,
Any month's the best month to be on the island.
That's right.
I've been here in July. It's good.
I love July.
Yeah, me
July,
too.
my favorite month of the year.
I love it here in
But
July.
it's not crazy busy. There's still people here. We get really blue skies in July.
Beautiful, but you're worrying about hurricanes
Not
all
in
the
July.
time.
Not in
No,
July.
September. No,
It's,
excuse me. They everything's messed up now.
Yeah, but usually for us
September.
between August 15th and October 15th is when we got our eyes open.
Yeah.
And I learned more about weather forecasting and
Yeah.
hurricane than-
You're a
than I-
regular Al Roker here.
That's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scary.
No. It's
I actually I became friendly with the guy who does the weather on CBS News in New York City. His name is Tony Sadiku, and every now and then, whenever there's something weird, I'll message him and go, "Okay, tell me what do you really think about?" Because he's a real meteorologist. I just play one on the radio, and he'll give me some thoughts, and then there you go.
okay. You all do Celsius here, of course.
Hmm.
So
I do both
Okay, but you understand Celsius.
to a certain degree.
Okay, so they told us double and add 30 when I moved from New York to Montreal. But let me just last thing said on the weather thing. When I left, it was minus 22. Okay, I never actually felt that
That's
before.
cold.
I didn't know if I was going to survive that.
That's cold.
It's Celsius.
That's wrong.
No, that's just
That's
unacceptable.
just wrong.
So as I'm like thinking this may be my last day on planet Earth, I might freeze to death. That's when I cooked up. I need to come to St. Martin.
For the winter.
Yeah, because I can't be doing this.
So here's why I think you should come February and March.
Okay.
February is the height of
You're
height.
going to leave your keys under the mat or what? I got to find a place to live.
So I like February because it's busy and you get the feel of real season. But March is the St. Martin Heineken Regatta, which is one of my favorite events of the year. And there's always tons of things going on. It's tons of stuff to do. In addition to, you could just go park yourself on the beach and do nothing if you like to do that too.
No, I don't like to do that.
You
But
don't like
thanks
to-
for asking.
I don't.
No,
I'm a beach bum.
Okay.
During the day, if I don't have to be here, I'm home, feet in sand, ignoring the world. Doesn't
Well,
ever happen. But
This is your good karma living here.
yeah.
You can have a wonderful time here without the beach.
Oh, there's
Sun
tons of
rays are not, I don't want them on my aging skin anymore, so I don't do it. And also, my ADD's kicking in on the beach now. Like, I'm sitting here on the chair. Like, what do I do? But there's so much else to do here rather than just sit all day on a beach. Like, there is, multitudes of things to do
Oh,
on both sides of the island.
without a doubt. Without a
Even
doubt.
if it's just walking,
It's funny when they built the Causeway Bridge, there was a whole big uproar, about this is bad, and and then all of a sudden now it has become a tourist attraction where people actually use the causeway to walk, do their walking. They walk over and walk back.
Serious?
Yeah, all the time.
There's sidewalks on the
Yeah,
side?
there's a beautiful
Oh,
walkway on either side,
wow, I
a
didn't
bike
know
path
that.
on one side, a
Wow.
walkway on the other,
Wow.
and it's a beautiful.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
And listen,
beautiful walk.
the authentic experience here, tourists are now wanting that more than
Yeah.
just beach. So I recommend to my readers all the time, take a bus. Like the buses are
Get on a dollar bus.
Yeah, it's $2 I
Yeah,
give them,
yeah.
but whatever it is, it's like a free scenic tour, and go to the Lolos on the French side. Don't go to Burger King. I'm sorry if they advertise. Don't go to Chipotle, which isn't really Chipotle. I don't know where their lawyers are, but like stay away from that stuff. Like there's so much local. And one last thing about going local is walk back street, not front street. Do you really need Ralph Lauren disc? I mean, really get it at home.
There-
Like walk
there-
down back street.
There are here's if you spend some time talking to people, you'll make so many friends. I'll give our listeners a hint, and I learned this when I first moved here, and it took me a while to learn this. I used to live next door. I used to own a condominium next door in the Simpson Bay Yacht Club, and I would walk over in the morning with Simon, my first golden retriever, and come do the radio, and I would see the same people every day. And like if I made eye contact with you in New York, I might say, "Hi, how are you?" Right?
And I'd call 911.
Well, but if you see the same people every day, you make eye contact. Hi, how are you? Blah. Just exchange simple pleasantries. You keep going, right? Well, here I couldn't figure out why nobody would respond when I said hi or hello, because in the Caribbean, especially here, the greeting is always good morning or good afternoon or good evening or good night, depending on the time.
And you
of day.
better say it when you get on the bus.
Right. And you start with that. You say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Like for me, good night. Good night was like when I'm going to bed. You say good night.
It's not here.
Not here. You
Yeah.
say good night. But it's dark. You say good night.
Yeah.
About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock. It's good evening. But if you start with that salutation, everyone will immediately respond to you, and versus if you just say hi, how are
It's
you?
a polite necessity, and I noticed it. As I said on the buses, like well, savvy tourists say it too when they white guys who get on the bus with but locals always say it, and it goes a long way.
Well, listen, walk into a bank here and have there be a line, and everybody in the line as you walk in will turn around in unison and say good morning.
And then what do you
And
say?
you
Can
rem-
I
you-
get in front of you, please? I'm
No,
in a
you
rush.
say you say good morning back.
Oh, that I didn't know, but I don't
Yeah.
go in a bank here.
Yeah, but let me tell you, I did that in Connecticut just out of force of habit, right? I was in Connecticut this a few years ago. I walked into the bank and a line, and I knew people. I knew everybody in the branch, and at the top of my line, I said good morning when I walked in, and And everybody looked at me, what the hell happened to you?
I would never do that in Montreal in a
No,
bank.
right, but here, good
Well,
morning.
listen, you do what the locals do.
Mm,
That's part of the
mm.
experience of coming
Exactly,
here, you know?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm
And
all over that experiential authenticity factor here, specifically here,
yeah,
because there's so much of it here and
there's a ton to do here.
a ton to
Beside,
do.
yeah, I I love to I love to wander around Backstreet, as you say.
Oh, just the best ever.
Yeah,
The
and
best ever.
it's a little more authentic. Like it's where if I need to go shopping for a pair of sneakers, I'm not going to go to Front Street.
It's
I'm going to go
not
to
a
Backstreet.
little more authentic. It's the street to be on. Shampoo, every stuff
Yeah,
like that, no, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, for sure.
But then again, thousands of people get off the big cruise ships and they want to get Ralph Lauren duty free. I don't know why, and whatever. Listen, there's room for all of it.
Agreed.
And so, you just, I go on Front Street and have an iced coffee at Holland House or the Ocean Lounge and look at Great Bay. It's happy place times 1,000.
I love. You want to? Here's a great place.
I love that place.
Here's a great place to try on Front Street. Go hang out at the Seaview Hotel right on the boardwalk.
I've stayed there.
Yeah, neat place to just kind of sit and have a drink and watch the people
Not
pass
so
by.
much for sleep, but did they have painting class, like
Yeah,
sip and pour classes and stuff?
yeah.
But the thing is with Phillipsburg, it's not. It's kind of shuts down-ish, like 6 o'clock ish.
Yeah, it's very centered around cruise ship tourism.
Right.
And I know there's been a lot of discussion trying to figure out how we turn that around and make it be something that people go to more often than
There's
just
nothing to do with the boat.
right.
Yeah, but it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
And so that was part of my decision. But Seaview's a great idea. You know what else is lovely, and maybe it should, might be ripe for renovations. But Passangran it's a treasure trove of history right down toward the end of the
Without a doubt,
boardwalk.
without a doubt.
Love it there.
And there's just a ton to do, and then
Or do nothing.
and if you go down the boardwalk and walk over the little bridge. Over towards Bobby's Marina, there's lots of little shops and things in there too. That's worth a look.
And then just keep walking to Greenfields and
Green,
like
Green
Chesterfields.
Another favorite lunch
Yeah.
or dinner spot of mom
But you
and dad.
got to walk by those little shops and stuff to get
Yeah.
to Chesterfields. No, you're right. Actually, I forgot about that.
And then and by the way, outside Chesterfields is the St. Martin Animal Welfare Foundation Mutt Hut. You get lots of cool stuff there. Make a donation, help the
What
animals.
a good cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
And
my-
those women in there, they're so kind. So,
That's my
yeah.
good friend Kathy DeHare
yeah, yeah.
and Heather Caputo.
I did a story with them. I went on a sick dog run in like
Yeah.
their makeshift ambulance.
Yeah.
Not that I wanted to really see dogs throwing up in their owner's house, but I could see their passion for it. And
Oh, without a doubt. They have been. I've been on their board of directors now for 5 or 6 years.
wow.
We actually merged my U.S. Team Golden Dog Foundation, 503c in the U.S. into animal welfare.
Oh,
So it's
fantastic.
the U.S. arm. So folks would like to make a tax deductible donation in the United States.
Fantastic.
They have an opportunity to do that. I'll give you a QR code and the whole bit. So
Wow.
and lots of great supplies too. Lots of great shirts. And
A lot of
things
merch
and,
in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that you come back and visit us again soon.
I will, and thank you for the invite.
Yeah, the door is always open. You know where we are.
Well,
Okay.
actually, not. You had to let me in. Oh, you mean figuratively speaking?
I have to. I have to hit the buzzer. If you ring the doorbell, I'll hit the buzzer.
Got it. I know.
I
I
can
got
see you on the
too.
camera most of the time.
Okay.
Most people, I don't buzz in. You know.
Listen, keep your porch light on for me. I'll be back.
Deal.
Okay.
Deal. Listen, safe travels back to Miami and back to Montreal. Stay warm. If folks want to follow you online, how do they find you?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. My last name is Reffes, easy to find. I'm on Instagram, same thing. I'm on all of those platforms.
Great.
And I need to find a 12-step group because I post too much.
Oh, it's scary, isn't it? I know the
Oh,
film.
it's I mean, really, it's not
Addictive.
intuitive to us. It's indictive, and I stay away from some of them. But yeah, I have posted a lot from these last few days on my Facebook page.
I saw you.
And are you stalking me on social media?
Never.
Okay,
Doing
good.
doing my research before I have somebody in the
Got
studio.
it. Yeah, no, and it's great. Like I
Was-
said, I
it
took
wa-
a wine and fromage class. He was overjoyed that
It was funny when you walked in the door. You said, "What are we going to talk about?" I'm like, It's freeform radio. I don't ever plan any of this. I would sit down and talk. If we're interested in what each other have to say, chances are the person on the other side is interested too.
Do I look like a shy and demure, non-talkative New Yorker? I don't think so.
This is why I wasn't worried.
Okay, then. I'm back next time I'm here.
Melanie, always a pleasure.
You too. Thank you so kindly.
Thank you for coming in.
Bon weekend.
Have a great weekend. Stay warm, safe travels, and message me when you get back to Montreal so I know you made it, okay?
Oh, that's really, someone's watching my back. Thank you.
We do our best.
Okay.
We do our best. It is 9:43 right here in the Northeast Caribbean. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages. More Fresh Air in the Morning is on the way.